inspiring Uganda.
Hello there and welcome to UBC News Tonight with me, Sharon Kyomugisha, today on the 4th of May 2025. Thank you so much for watching at exactly 8 p.m. Now, starting off with President Yoweri Museveni, who has called on all NRM members across the country to turn up at their respective village centers by 10 a.m. on Tuesday, 6th May 2025 for the verification of party registers and the election of LC1 flag bearers and grassroots structures. Take a look at the detailed story.
Especially the Bazukuru, on Tuesday, May 6th, 2025, the NRM party will conduct elections for internal party structures and for LSU1 flag bearers across the 72,000 villages nationwide. During this event, we also hold barazas in every village to achieve the following. Number one, audit our voter registers by reading out the names of registered members and removing those who have passed away or have relocated to other places. Number two, correct any mistakes to ensure the accuracy of our registers. Number three, update information by adding phone numbers, NIN numbers, etc. to the registers, so that Museveni, the name is there, but also his telephone number and his national identity card number. 4, utilize the baraza as a village electoral college for electing party leadership structures and LC1 flag bearers. So the village assembly will now elect, although they have used the word electoral college here, actually it will be direct elections, because everybody will vote. It will be one person, one vote. Voting will take place by lining up behind your preferred candidates or their portraits. Please note that proxy voting is not permitted. You cannot have someone else vote on your behalf You must be present to vote in person. I urge all the Bazukuru and NRM leaders to actively participate in the barazas within their villages. All NRM members should arrive at their village centers by 10 a.m. on May 6, 2025 to engage in these activities, which would take place from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. saa 4 za asubuhi mpaka saa 8 mchana. Further details will be provided by the NRM Electoral Commission. Our person will be in Rwakitura village, where Mama will attend in Ntungamo, Irenga, to assist in verifying our respective NRM village registers. And in order to facilitate this, I cancelled the cabinet meeting of tomorrow, and I agreed with the Speaker also to postpone the Parliament of Tuesday, parliamentary sitting. Thank you, and I wish you all good luck.
In more stories, the Speaker of Parliament, Anita Among, has declared that she will stand for position of second Vice National NRM Chairperson female on the NRM Central Executive. This follows her endorsement by all NRM chairpersons of Eastern Region. She was at the fundraising for the women circle groups in Palisade District, organized by Gogonyo County Legislator Orone Derek.
The Speaker of Parliament, Anita Among, has participated in the fundraising function for women group circles organized by the Member of Parliament, Gogonyo County, Palisade District, Orone Derek.
Right Honorable, she has supported me many times, and the people of Gogonyo. Even today, she has supported me with 60 million shillings to help the circle groups of the women, and she also supported the youth. I want to thank the sports minister who has supported the groups with balls. He has given five balls each parish and even uniforms for each parish to help.
The Speaker arrived at St. John Kampala Primary School grounds for the fundraising. The chairperson, LC5, Gogonyo County, appealed to government to compensate victims of Teso War who were cleared.
The victims of the Teso War who were approved for compensation are waiting, but the speed of the compensation is Kinaolovu. Request that this is sped up because the old men who were the owners of these animals taken by the rebels are dying out and leaving what would be their benefit, perhaps the people who are going to inherit them.
The Palisade RDC said in Gogonyo County, 5.5 billion of parish development model funds have been disbursed. Now, NRM chairpersons in Eastern Region have made and resolved to endorse His Excellency, the President of Uganda, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, as National Chairman for NRM, Speaker of Parliament, Anita Among, as second National Vice Chairperson female, and Mike Mukula for Vice Chairperson Eastern.
So as far as we are concerned, we are mobilizing the people to consolidate on the gains of the NRM in Eastern Uganda, and we want to pledge that we will move to each and every constituency to mobilize our people to support the candidates of those people I have mentioned here too.
That endorsement means a lot to me. It means a lot to me because I have not yet announced. It is people now telling me to stand. So because they are telling me to stand, that is what is motivating me now to go and stand. Because I've never announced. It is just people inviting me to stand. So now officially I am announcing it. I'm going to stand. Do you doubt my potential? I have been tested. I am a very good mobilizer. I have run that house for all these 5 years without any turbulence. And you see what has happened. If you talk about mobilization, Anita is one of the good mobilizers in this country.
The Vice Chairman, NRM Jinja City, Dikusoka Majid, and the District Chairperson, Palisa Bushu Patrick, say they are to implement the decision by the NRM leadership from Bokedi, Bugisu, and Busoga.
Honorable Anita Amongi is a prolific lady. If you can see the various achievements that have been reached in Eastern and in the country, you can say this is a lady who must be maintained.
Which comprises of leaders from Busoga, Bugisu, Bukedi, and up to Karamoja. They certainly agreed to support the right honorable, and we, as RDC, we are going to make sure that we implement that.
I'm Nafka Farida and Dan Lugemwa in Palisa.
Thank you so much, Farida and Dan Lugemwa. The Prime Minister of Uganda, Robert Nabanja, has directed the Mbarara District Chief Administrative Officer to build a market for the women of Luweero in Mbarara. Nabanja made the directive yesterday during the belated Women's Day of Mbarara District at Bukalango Sub-County in Kashari County, Mbarara District.
The women of Mbarara District marked their belated Women's Day yesterday at Bukalango Sub-County in Kashari County, presided over by the Prime Minister of Uganda, Robert Nabanja. Earlier, the women of Luweero requested the government to construct them a market, but the leaders allegedly rejected the proposal.
I'm told that the sub-county council made a registration or a resolution that they don't want a market. Chonka abakazi babo bali omusana. Nkabahereza milioni 2, ijweri bona yongera milioni 10, kandi kwenda kubaha amabati beno gateeka.
It is during this occasion that the Prime Minister of Uganda, Robert Nabanja, issued a directive to the Mbarara District Chief Administrative Officer to build a market for them.
Akatale bakakalemesa, I direct the cow. The Chief Administrative Officer present here. I direct as Prime Minister of this country that market will be constructed. And whoever comes across those leaders, mubagambe ekyo kiba akozire. Ruhangana eza kubasasura kubi. Because abakazi bali musana, member wa parliament tika kirebaka. How can they? What type of leaders are those? Narajirira. Nyoni ndajira. Kandi bayanga kukikora niza kwikira. Aho Luweero. Kandi ndebe waralemesa abakazi kusibo mu mushana kandi abahire sente.
Webare kutubera omujwekerwa murungi. Kandi nyenda kuragana sechi. Abanyambarara bamburire akuba nibo bandonziri. Kandi na office y'indumu ndumwa habwabo. Ninza kuromesho ga muzeyi. You have to come back.
Hello.
Kozoa. Omukozi orukwete ngo ndijo orukukira no. Omuntu oshikira muntu wa burijo.
Minister nubajang president akahereza abacyara bona no mukora konki oryo wenjawuro. Eki ninchigamba ndakuchirumam.
The woman member of Parliament from Mbarara District, Margaret Rebyambo, informed the Prime Minister that the vehicles belonging to traders were stolen and later found in Tanzania, but the efforts to recover them has failed.
Twabiteka mu Interpol twaza omubantu bona konka emotoka z'abantu bitu zikiremire yo na hati. Right Honorable Nabanja obundu kuwa kugamba motoka z'abantu ezo zikarugayo. Zipakingire aha police station emwe wayambuka ensharo yitu. Zamare myaka 2 Right Honorable Nabanja. Zikaba ziryo z'abana bitu babashubuzi bartoma barhariya omwana akora kasenteke akagura fuso echube pakingire harutoma bakajiba.
The vehicles that got stolen, the DPC and the RDC, please give us some write-up so that I would depend on that to help so that these vehicles are brought back from Tanzania.
Nabanja highlighted the importance of celebrating Women's Day.
I want to tell you, it's not just about celebrating. It is about acknowledging the critical role women play in shaping our homes, our economy, all our nation. From the farms, from the offices, from the marketplaces of Mbarara, and of course, driving our economic progress. Abakyala n'abamaani, abakyala mbayita bazira. Abakyala oye! Abaana b'obuwala tebava mu ssomero. So that we have as many nabajjas as possible. Are we together? Abaana b'obuwala mubaleke basome bamaleyo.
The Prime Minister, who is also Kakumiro Woman Member of Parliament, appealed to the people of Mbarara to support the President in the forthcoming election of 2026.
Mbasiime nanywe munsiimireho. Musiime President Museveni habwa busingi. Abaho timukatire munga unless when you ndenda muzitereza yenda zatike abwa President Museveni.
Hariho mushorongo abaroma eshurane 13 kutandikira mushorongo go kubanza hariho ekigambo ntikira ngo obutegeki buruga ha ruhanga obutegeki.
The Youth and Children Affairs Minister Mbarara has called NRM members to embrace unity and cohesion as the party heads to the lower level primaries. Balam has been joining party supporters in marching the division as they launch the 2025 election drive, with the coming LC1 elections taking lead.
NRM party warms up for the Tuesday 6th May 2025 grassroots primary elections. In Kebuli, a suburb of Kampala, party diehards spent the entire day mobilizing communities.
And change begins with us from the grassroots. That's why today we are here in Kebuli Parish to strengthen the grassroots of NRM PLU in Kebuli.
We are here first and foremost to sensitize about our communities, to tell the people and the communities that we are in the season of changing the leadership for 2026-2031.
The mobilization team comprises of members of the NRM party and those from the Patriotic League of Uganda, with those eyeing different posts in leadership taking the leads.
So, rero twagala clarifying difference between PLU and NRM.
We want all members of NRM, members of PLU to involve in that exercise so that we get good leaders who will take our country ahead.
And we call upon all the PLU youth to come and engage in the NRM structures, which will be starting on Tuesday.
The Youth and Children Affairs Minister, Mbarara, has been the chief cheerer.
Opposition oba no poverty tuli ba NRM stroke PLU nera njagala kutegeeza nti boba oline muzeeyi oyo twagala kutegeeza nti wano mu Kibuli muyinamu 98%.
Nesimbyewo okubera MP wa Makindye West Constituency. The reason I'm here today is to appeal to you and to mobilize all of you Kampala residents to go on Tuesday morning and participate in NRM Zono or LC1 or cell election, which will commence in the morning and end at the end of the day. The time is now to ensure Kampala is clean. The time is now to ensure we rectify all challenges in Kampala. Kampala, we have our own problems, but the biggest problem of Kampala is voting leaders who oppose government. When you oppose government, who will give you money to do what you need to do? So the time is now. You should not blame Kampala, the mess in Kampala, on anybody. Blame the mess in Kampala on the leaders you elect.
Balam, however, calls for unity among party members and supporters ahead of the elections.
So the young people in PLU, the young people in NRM, PLU is not a political party, but we are a pressure group that subscribe to NRM. Our leader, Chairman General Mozi, guided that all young people in PLU, if you subscribe to PLU, participate in NRM primaries.
Today's function was all about to unite us, the NRM mobilizers and the PLU mobilizers. We are one team. So I request all of us, from wherever you are, from Chibuli up to Gaba, all those parishes to be one. We all subscribe to NRM.
Most people do not understand what PLOU is. They think it's another party. But I'm here to clarify that PLOU is not a party. PLOU is a branch of NRM that was formed specifically to mobilize the youth.
On Tuesday, 6th May 2025, all eyes will be on the NRM party as 72,000 villages hold party primaries for local council ones and their executives across the entire country. Robert Onyango, UBC News.
In more stories, the Minister for Energy and National Resources, Kano Dr. Ruth Nankabira, has urged residents of Greater Luweero to support NRM candidates in the upcoming general elections. Minister Nankabira is representing the Prime Minister Robna Nabanja at this year's belated Luweero District Women's Day celebrations at Kalule Playgrounds in Nyembwa Sub-County. She said development challenges in the region will be addressed by making the right choice of leader.
Dr. Ruth Nankabira says that not being adequately represented at the decision-making table greatly affects the lobbying power of Greater Luweero residents. Nankabira urges Greater Luweero residents to continue educating the girl child to enable continuity of the women emancipation programs spearheaded by the NRM government.
It doesn't matter. Yetwagala abakyala bawulire bwe tufuna obugenyi omukulu nga Prime Minister Nabanja ng'omuzadde ali wano ng'olina omwana ow'obuwala nga tofunamu kwegomba n'okusaba essaala nti maama kawala kange Kaluusi, kawala kange Kakirabo, kawala kange Kajennifer, kawala kange Kaflorence kalibeerako bwe kati kanfuge nteerere tomanya.
The chairperson of the Luweero District Women's Council, Jimmy Musa Senkaja, appealed to the president to urgently address the land-grabbing crisis in Greater Luweero, warning it could soon become a major threat to peace and development.
Ensonga nsaba ogitwalire Prime Minister era nga bwebeera mu kabineti eyo bagambye Luweero bafubutuka eyo ne bajja ne bagula abanaku b'e Luweero ne babagobaganya amataka ne tubanga tetulina gye tulaga ekyo kyo kikyaliwo.
Senkaja also requested 3 tractors, one for each of the district's constituencies, a pineapple value addition machine and a more reliable electricity supply for women-led projects. The district's NRM woman MP flag bearer Sisi Mulondo also used the platform to rally support for her parliamentary bid, promising effective representation if elected.
Njagala okubakakasa nti Luweero district mu bakyala einasise Mulondo kubanga yalina ekisanyizo ng'omukyala asobola okukiikirira district eno n'ekyukako yasobola okwogera omuntu n'awulira kubanga alina experience akoledde mu bitongole eby'enjawulo.
Other dignitaries in attendance included Luweero LC5 chairperson Erastus Kibirango, Buganda Region Youth MP Chirabo Nantongo and Katikamu Youth Parliamentary aspirant Marvin Mugisha.
Tulira amalwaliro Health Center tuzi mangi agatanakuzibwa kutwalibwa ku Health Center 3 mu myaka 5 bakuzisa esente emu yokka katuuko okujijja ku Health Center 2 okugenda ku Health Center 3.
Otunulira entebe eziri mu parliament ziri 146 zonna baziteerawo bakyala. Kiraga nti gavumenti y'NRM nnungi nnyo yalwana nnyo okupromotinga equality.
Njagala mutunuulire munneetegereze kuba nze kansaanidde okubakwatamu ate nze siri wa kisanja kimu. Njagala bakwate mu mazze ku ntika abakyala ebintu byaffe gyebiri manyi gyebiri n'esiina platform.
With the theme Accelerate Action for Gender Equality, the event highlighted key challenges affecting women, with Minister Nankabira pledging to tackle the recurring power outages in the district. I'm Navka Farida and Vincent Wamondo.
During one of his visits at Mount Zion Church, Bukalango, President Yoweri Museveni pledged to construct a modern church in honor of Signor Expedito Magembe. This initiative underscores the president's leadership and commitment to foster unity and purpose among citizens. Watch.
In the heart of Bukalango in Wakiso district, Uganda People's Defense Forces Engineering Brigade is constructing a modern church at Bukalango under Kampala Archdiocese.
This one was pledged by His Excellency the President, and he directed us, Engineers Brigade, to do the construction. This church, the design was conceived by Monsieur Magembe, and it is going to resemble the Basilica in the Vatican.
Yeah, I would like to thank the President who agreed the UPDF, who advised us to use the UPDF in order not to get headache. And he had trusted me to be the supervisor of the project, and I started from the beginning up to now. I'm supervising the project. We are working with the UPDF. They have done a great job. Secondly, I would like to thank the State House Controller, Mrs. Jenny Barechi.
A convent is being built to provide a serene residence for the nuns, while a guest house is also under construction.
The weakness of UPDF Engineers Brigade projects is that they always work under a stipulated time within the provided funds. You know, we have budget constraints all the time. When you compare the costs, the projects that UPDF are handling to the market out there, you find that the UPDF projects are quite cheaper and the quality is good.
I'm really very happy that Engineers Brigade is associated to construct this modern church. It's a reinforced concrete framed building, which, as the parish priest says, it is likely to accommodate about 2,000 people.
Its majestic architecture will evoke the appearance of the iconic Vatican City Basilica, reflecting a unique blend of faith, art and culture to serve as a spiritual hub, inspiring devotion and wonders.
I'd like to thank His Excellency for this grant of the construction of the church and also Sisters Convent. The work has been well done, and we want to appreciate His Excellency, the UPDF, who are the contractors of this, and the engineers, and the site engineers for the work well done.
I would advise people who are building their schools, hospitals, you run it to UPDF. If you want your thing in time, go to them.
The modern church features 4 chapels and stands at an impressive height of 25 meters above the ground.
So this community is so welcoming, it's happy, because people have been praying under these trees. They've been praying outside. So now they are so happy because we constructed a church for them, and they are really eager to commission it. And they are so grateful to the president. At least he listened to them and respected their belief.
Haruna Mtesasira, UBC News.
Thank you, Haruna Mtesasira. Residents of Nyakasa Village, Rachi Shakizi Parish, Nyakayojo Sub-County in Mbarara City, South Division have raised an alarm to securities after the attack on the 45-year-old technician Ndaula Bashir by an unknown assailant near Nsambia Hillside High School Western Campus. We have a detailed report from Nelson.
The incident occurred around 9 p.m. as Ndaula was on his way to the school. A group of unidentified individuals suspected to be residents from Nyakasa, Nyakayojo, ambushed him and beat him up.
Nezije nesanga abantu obasimye ekinyawo nenga bayina ensuululu bayina ennyondo nze saabafuddeko nnyo nempitawo nena wadde mbayitako bwe nadde maze bayitako nagenza okuwulira nga ndi wansi nga bankube bakayondo oba kisuululu nengwa wansi. Sazeemu kutegeera.
They brought him with some of the other builders who are coming from Munana, and he was in a very terrible state. I was surprised that he was beaten near the other second road that was dug. They were speaking, first of all, we had a language barrier. Until when I changed to English, they wanted to beat me up. They got the hammer, they said they are going to beat me up. Me and the director, they are going to beat me up and they are going to kill me.
The administration of Zambia Hillside Western School has raised concern over the growing insecurity in the area.
They were telling me they are going to kill me, and so because my issue was demanding as to why they are closing the road. And they said, I don't need to ask, I don't need to know. They were saying, we are coming from there, and there was no notification that was given to me.
Head teacher Nakazi Jamira said last week trenches were dug across the access road to the school, obstructing passage.
I was surprised tonight that they have even dug another one at night, and that's where the order got attacked from. So I'm calling upon authorities. We have issues in school whereby even when teachers are coming in, by the time it comes to 8, they cannot cross over. They cannot cross over, they have to sleep in Mbarara. We have issues, a lot of insecurity. We need lights along this road.
The LC1 chairperson of Nyakasa village, Tarema Julius, acknowledged that the dispute may involve only a small section of the community.
Omuntu waza kwesharinga shimikwana yesharingira aha kintu ekyo kyenyine ekimuruho kimukuru Rwanda konka toshemerire kusigisubwa ekimwa kwinwisharingira kandi mukaza kindi.
The school management appeals to the authorities for security of staff and students.
Went ahead and destroyed this road that has been really helping people, that has been helping rural cross and also Zambia Hillside community. Really, it is so absurd. We call on police and the government to come and help us, because this is an enterprise that has helped so many people in this country, because we have so many students that study from here.
Benon Mokwaya, Nelson Akatuhurira, UBC News.
We pray that the victim gets justice. In more stories, residents for Aringa North constituency and the one standing for leadership, Karim Musa, has launched initiatives to empower women and youth in Nyumba district. The projects include skills training in tailoring, agriculture and entrepreneurs HIP, and economic empowerment through microfinance support and business mentorship. Musa's initiatives promote youth development through education, sports and cultural activities. The women and youth are equipped with employment skills, support entrepreneurship, and of course Musa's commitment to empowering marginalized groups reflects his vision for a more inclusive and prosperous Aringa North constituency. Kenneth Tanaba reports.
Well, there are those who, there are people who do not even have the money to continue paying them the school fees. And of course, for me, I've set it a little bit high up. The bar high up, that if you pass all level, if you go to grade 1, I can easily check out of them, I can take some and bring them here. And that's my, because that leaves a gap, that leaves a gap for those who have dropped in primary, who have dropped in secondary. What do we do with these people? This is the basic thing I think of, and there are those who think that they can do other trade works, like repairing a phone, like repairing a motorcycle. These ones, I also incorporate them into other garages in Yumbe or in Arua. Let them learn. Once they learn, even others, I brought them in Kampala. They have learned, they have gone back to Yumbe and set their own what? And others are already working here. So this is the way I think I can address this at my own capacity. I believe that I can now go into NRM fully if I contest as they need me to contest, and I have the zeal to serve the people. I don't think it is not. I don't think it's a bad idea for me to be to be an MP, so that from humanitarian world I should also be serving my people, so that I also have this print to consolidate what I've been doing and do it better.
Big thing about the MTN Super. Wali yakapia musite wali yakapia. MTN kabo the Super mustairo mpia. Then you kabo the smartphone nebi akabibiona. MTN kabo the Super mustairo mpia. Then you can buy the smartphone nebi akabibiona.
Get the new Kabode Super smartphone and enjoy 16 GB free. Start with a deposit of only 45,000 Uganda shillings and pay the rest mpora in daily installments of less than 1K. You can also make weekly and monthly installments. Together, our vibes are unstoppable. Terms and conditions apply.
MTN.
MTN is regulated by Uganda Communications Commission.
The Uganda National Oil Company, UNOC, is wholly owned by the government of Uganda and was established to safeguard and promote Uganda's commercial interests in the petroleum sector. UNOC has two subsidiaries, the Uganda Refinery Holding Company, URHC, which will hold a 40% stake in the 60,000 barrel per day refinery and manage the development of Kabalega Industrial Park, and the National Pipeline Company Limited, NPC, in charge of pipelines, storage, and downstream business ventures. This subsidiary holds 15% interest in the East African Crude Oil Pipeline, EACOP. EACOP is a 1,445-kilometer long pipeline that will transport crude oil through 10 districts in Uganda to the port of Tanga in Tanzania. UNOC is also actively engaged in crude oil exploration, development, and production activities, and its participation role includes a 15% stake in the Tilenga, Nwoya, and Bulisa, and Kingfisher Development Projects, Chikure. UNOC also holds the exploration license for Kasuruban Block in Hoima, Bulisa, and Masindi. UNOC currently owns and manages the Ginger Storage Terminal and will build a 320 million litre capacity terminal in MPG called the Kampala Storage Terminal. At UNOC, we're harnessing the potential of Uganda's petroleum resources, forging a sustainable future and preserving the natural beauty of Uganda. UNOC, your partner in Uganda's oil and gas industry.
Step into a world of excellence, comfort, and pride with Royal Foam Furniture, crafted to perfection right here in Uganda. We bring you state-of-the-art living room furniture and bedding products at affordable prices. Our wide variety of mattresses include orthopedic, pillow top, spring mattresses suitable for institutions like hotels, and many others for home comfort. With every piece telling a story of royal excellence, our products are built with the highest quality materials made to last. Experience royalty with Royal Foam Furniture, proudly made in Uganda, so buy Uganda and build Uganda. Visit our showrooms at Ginger Road, Chambogo Junction, Bukoto Chisasi Road, and on Victoria Mall, Entebbe, on the first floor.
Amazina ganje Nyetekwa Seruhanga John Bosco ninduga mu district ya Rukungiri ndio muhanguzi wa miliyoni 18 na Uganda National Rotary nzahangwire urwo mu kuzana star 278 hash ngafuna message eriko reka ndio muhanguzi nashemererwa konka nabaza kugira ngo nedi y'abafere sente ziriyo zone bakaziteka ko nazihangwira.
Uganda National Lottery. Dream, play, win.
Participants must be 18 years or older. Play responsibly. The Uganda National Lottery is operated by Ituba Uganda and regulated by the National Lotteries and Gaming Regulatory Board.
When you want to relax your body and refresh your mind, Welcome to Hotel La Confidential, Aroa's premier destination for luxury and comfort. The only hotel in Aroa City offering a serene atmosphere, breathtaking scenery. Come and discover our exclusive wellness club with packages that include a fully equipped gym, a rejuvenating sauna, steam bath, and a great sky blue swimming pool. For events, our state-of-art conference halls and versatile event spaces are perfect for hosting shows, wedding receptions, birthdays, and more. Come and enjoy our cinema hall and unisex saloon, all designed to meet your entertainment and grooming needs. Bring your family and let your kids splash around in our beautiful kids water park. We are located on Aroa Pakwachi Highway in the heart of Aroa City. Don't wait. Visit us on www.hotellaconfidential.com or call us on 0761 688 181.
Life in Uganda today comes with so many uncertainties.
Where will Madam get Kameza if I get an accident and can't work? If anything happens to me, what will Junior eat?
Kale Musa is still in the hospital. Guy is missing a lot of money here.
With a monthly payment of only 3,000 shillings off your Equity personal account for Equi-Life Insurance, you will be entitled to 50,000 shillings hospital cash per night spent in a registered facility, up to 20 nights every year. And your family will receive 3 million shillings in case of your death. Visit your nearest Equity agent to sign up today or call 0312 327 000 for assistance.
Here's your chance to win school fees for your child for a whole year. Just pay school fees using Momo.
Today we are at Lukman Primary School that's located in Kauku, Bwerenga, right by the lakeside. We have a happy customer who paid for her daughter's school fees. Nuru wanomuwanguzi era agenda kusoma guno mwaka gwonna. MTN Momo esasudde yo akolegwa akusoma.
Ngasasula bitundu nendeta nensasulako nasigala nga babanja natuka okuwumula nga tannamalayo banankisa bibadde byangu nemwebale nnyo mwebalira mpulira nga essanyu limpitidde naye mpulira ate kati nga kaba bukaabi mu mutima mwebale nnyo mwebalidde kula nga nze muwanguzi nakonde nnooku.
Dial *165 *80 hash. Select option 2 for school pay. Select option 1 to pay school fees. Enter the student number and amount and approve the transaction. You will now enter the draw to win school fees for your child for a whole year.
Hey, Okero. Hey, Kajambo. Mukasa. Where are you going with the family? Eh? Oh no. Hey. We are on our way to the polling station. The Electoral Commission is displaying the National Voters Register. And I need to make sure my name is on it. Oh. And Sophie here wants to confirm her voter details. We are all warming up for elections. Okay. What about these young men? I can see you. These ones are no longer boys. They are now men. Last election, they were too young to vote. But now, they are ready to vote. Mukasa, you have really inspired me. Now, let me also go home and pick my wife so that we can check the details in the register. Okay. See you on the polling station.
The National Voters Register will be displayed at your polling station from 25th April to 15th May 2025. Please do not miss this chance to confirm your polling station and your voter details. Report the dead for removal from the register and those who appear more than once. Every vote matters. This message is brought to you by the Electoral Commission of Uganda.
Welcome back from that short commercial break and you're still watching UBC News Tonight. In more stories from the business desk, Enterprise Uganda has embarked on a nationwide campaign to empower working Ugandans and budding entrepreneurs with financial literacy skills to foster sustainable wealth creation and economic resilience. During the training, participants who included salaried employees and individuals who left former employment were taken through essential principles of personal finance and guided on investing.
With many Ugandans now juggling both formal employment and side businesses, Enterprise Uganda is helping on managing and growing their finances.
We also had some
adults who left full-time job and started some businesses. And we brought them together to come and undergo a financial literacy 1 full week session.
Participants were guided through the 7 flows of money: earning, saving, investing, reinvesting, spending, budgeting, and borrowing.
In the financial literacy spectrum, there's a flow of things that you must take care of, and there are normally 7 of them. Number 1 is earning. That earning should not be a constant figure if you have been investing part of your salary. If you have not been investing part of your salary, that earning is going to be a fixed figure. But number 2, whatever you're earning, you should learn to save. And whatever you save, number 3, you should invest it. Now, if you have been investing and you want to make that investment to become wealth, you should begin to reinvest the income from the investments that you have been making. That reinvesting there is where many adults tend to stop. They finish one housing estate. They think since they have finished a house, they have made it in life. And they compare themselves with somebody else who does not have such a thing. So that reinvestment is a key component of financial literacy.
Concerns over irresponsible borrowing were also fronted, as facilitators warned that many people take loans without understanding their repayment capacity or the business risk involved.
If somebody can run the business efficiently, you minimize your costs. Okay? Why pay somebody a lot of money when they're a little redundant? They can't generate money. You need to have everyone generating money. Okay? So to me, I think efficiency is why most business sometimes create bad loans. Okay? You make some money, but the way you spend it is really very bad.
Financial institutions urge the public to adopt a balanced perspective towards lenders, stating that their role goes beyond debt collection.
When you take a loan, for them they don't know whether you are sick or you are dead. The loan means a loan and you are to pay for it. So, but preferably if I'm to take a loan, at least I'm to take from the bank, but not these money lenders, because in the first place, like the money lenders, you are to bring back the money every day or either every week. I don't see that cash flow, the business bringing the money every time and you're taking back. But at least I'd rather go for the bank because they will give me 1 month as I sort out myself.
I was borrowing in order to pay another loan, to service other loans. That was a great mistake for me, which I think if I get a chance of recovering, won't happen again.
Some lenders also called for fairness in how the public and courts view financial institutions. Poor cost management, lack of reinvestment, and weak customer service have crippled many small businesses.
And that's all we had for you for now. You can join me later in at 10 p.m. for more news coming your way. My name is Sharon Kyomugisha. You can stay tuned for more programming on UBC TV, Inspiring Uganda.
Buza Kamiso now.
Thank you. The next question is from Joshua of Bukasa. And Joshua says, I want to know the tax on agro business. It is that brief. And agro business is such a wide scope. There are people who are involved in the actual production, agriculture, at a commercial level. They are considered to be in agro-business. And if you're such a taxpayer producing for commercial purposes, you have a big farm, you earn an income from that, the only payable tax is income tax at the end of the year. Whether you're in animal farming or you are in production of crops, after you have made your sales, file your return on how much you have earned from your sales, less how much you have spent in inputs, in labor, and all your costs. And if you still have an income or gross profit, then you'll pay income tax, which is 30% of your gross profit. But the other area that is under agribusiness are those who add value to agricultural products. Either you add value on the milk to convert it into yogurt or cheese. Now those products that are vatable, like the examples I've given, you will, on top of the income tax, also pay VAT because you are dealing in a vatable value-added agricultural product. So that means on a monthly, you'll also pay VAT based on how much you've sold, the VAT you've collected on what you've sold, minus the VAT that you incurred in your inputs. Inputs like power, inputs like packaging materials, they will, you'll pay VAT on them when you're buying them. So the difference between your VAT output and VAT input, you'll also pay it. The other category that are involved in agriculture are those who trade in agricultural products. Maybe you consolidate, pick from farmers, and then you take to the market. Again, the only applicable tax will be income tax when you have made profits from that kind of business. And of course, the advisory services. You advise in agriculture, you are paid consultancy fees. Again, you will only pay income tax, and if the services you provide are vatable, you'll also pay VAT. It's important to note that there are good incentives in agro business. One of the major incentives for those who are setting up factories to add value, you are entitled to a 10-year tax holiday of income tax. And there are thresholds that you must meet to benefit from this exemption. So for foreigners who are coming to set up factories here to add value to agricultural products, as long as they invest at least $10 million, they will be able to get a 10-year tax holiday from paying income tax. So you don't pay any income tax for 10 years. And if you're a citizen, things are even much better than if you're a foreigner. Because for a citizen, as long as you invest $300,000 US in any agro-processing facility, you will also benefit from a 10-year tax holiday. Income tax exemption for 10 years. And that is if the factory is around Kampala. But if your factory is even smaller, out of the city of Kampala, and you have just invested $150,000 US, you still get the same benefit, 10-year income tax holiday. So every citizen who wants to enjoy this benefit, it's available to you, because many times you hear our citizens saying it is only foreigners who get exemptions. No, for agro-processing as citizens, and now we are talking about citizens of East Africa, not just Uganda, because this will apply to citizens of the East African community. You can benefit from a 10-year tax holiday as long as you meet these thresholds. So generally, agro-processing is one of the most incentivized and exempted area. As you've heard, you can only pay income tax if you don't meet those exemptions, those thresholds for exemption, or if you meet them, then you don't have those taxes to pay. However, this is not to take away the fact that if you employ people, those staff of yours will pay as you earn, and you'll only be a collecting agent to charge them pay as you earn, and you remit it to government.
Buza Kamiso now. Now you can get direct answers. Send your tax-related questions via WhatsApp or SMS to 0790-141-887, and the Commissioner General of URA, John Musinguzi, will personally address them. Buza Kamiso now.
Thank you. So the next question is from a gentleman called Andiyadu Christopher from Kira. And Christopher is asking about tax identification number. His first question is, how can I get a TIN? His next question is, what are the essential requirements for getting a TIN? Now, Christopher, URA has fully automated the process of getting a TIN. First of all, a TIN is a tax identification number. This is unique for every taxpayer. So you can get this TIN as an individual. An individual, you either have a job, you want to submit your pay as you earn, or you have a business as an individual and you want to pay your business taxes, whether it is VAT, whether it is income tax, whether it is withholding tax. So what you have to do is apply for a TIN. Now, when you go to our website, our portal, which is www.ura.go.ug, and you look at the tab on domestic taxes, there you'll find another tab which says register for TIN. When you click that tab, it will give you like 4 options. And the first option is to get your TIN instantly. It says instant TIN. The next one is individual TIN. The next one is non-individual, and the next one is group registration. Now, under instant TIN, you do not have to upload anything on the system. What you'll do, you click on that tab and you enter your NIN, your national identity number. So that gives us who you are as an individual. And then next, you also indicate your source of income. So either you are salaried, you are an employee who will earn a salary, or you're a business person who will pay your taxes as an individual. By the time you click submit, our processes will quickly verify that you're a bona fide citizen who needs the TIN, and you will immediately get a message on your phone giving you your TIN. So that's why you call it instant TIN. You get it within seconds of asking for it. However, if you choose the option of individual, it will give you an Excel sheet, and you open that sheet and you enter some information about you as an individual. You will enter your NIN, you will enter your passport, you will enter the nature of your business, and you upload. And of course, you enter your email. So we will send you back through your email your TIN registration, your TIN identification number. Then, if you're applying as a non-individual, now this is for companies. When you're applying for non-individual, we will ask you again to put some information, the company name, if you are an NGO, the certificate of your NGO. If you're a government parastatal, you'll enter again which government parastatal you are, if you're a SACCO. So non-individual meets all those different groups that are not individual taxpayers, and the requirements are a little more. So when you open, you will see the list of requirements. If you're a company, you must enter your company registration certificate, and so on and so on. And that one is not given instantly because there is need to verify. And after we have verified, in 2 days max, we shall give you your TIN.
Buza Kamiso now. Now you can get direct answers. Send your tax-related questions via WhatsApp or SMS to 0790-141-887, and the Commissioner General of URA, John Musinguzi, will personally address them.
I'd like to thank all our clients, our valued taxpayers, the people that we serve as we collect revenue for building our nation. I thank you very much for the questions you have sent through this program of Buza Commissioner. On behalf of URA, I would like to pledge that we are committed and we will continue to answer all the questions that you ask through this platform. The whole purpose for this program is to ensure that your pain points, your questions are efficiently responded to. So I would like to encourage all our taxpayers who have questions to ask to please utilize this program that we are running on UBC, that will be receiving your questions through the numbers that you've been given, and URA will be available to answer these questions every Monday and every Wednesday during the 8 o'clock news bulletin. And then on Sunday, after the news, we'll have a full response to all the questions that will have come in during the week. I thank UBC for supporting us in reaching our taxpayers, and I thank our taxpayers for responding positively to this program. Thank you very much.
Buza Commissioner.
UBC,